As I get older, I start to reflect on things, some of the experiences I've had in my past, and some of the different encounters that I've had that help me better understand different things. And on my way back from the gym this morning, I was kind of resonating on something specific, and I started to hit that marker where I came up with kind of a saying, which is your biggest strength can be your biggest weakness. And I'm talking about within organizational level structure. So what I mean by that is that within networking, we have a redundancy that's established because we want high availability. So we have routers and switches, and those are separate, but they have different paths and they can fail over and things like that. But in organizations, sometimes we don't do that the best we can. And a lot of times that has to do they can have to do with an individual contributor, or it can have to do with someone's management style, right? So we used to say this thing in the military that, if you got hit by a bus tomorrow, then, would someone know how to do your job, or could we function without you there? And it's not something negative. Everyone wants to be valued, and everyone should feel valued in an organization. But at the same time, it's important that there is that redundancy that's built in. So I had a leader probably about 7 or 8 years ago that he was a comm chief, and he would say that as soon as he checks into an organization, a unit, he asked who the strongest person was, and that strongest person he would send to go do, what we called fleet assistance program items. Now that can kind of be a little negative. I know there's different ways to kind of handle that, but just kind of follow me here. The reason he did that is because when that person left for 6 months and came back, the organization was much stronger because they had to grow without that person there. So he artificially got rid of the biggest strength that could have been the biggest weakness if that person decided to leave or something happened to that person. And that grew the organization much better, and it forced redundancy within the organization. So when that person got back, there were things that could be handled without that individual. So when I say your biggest strength can be your biggest weakness from an organizational structure, that's what I mean. So take a moment and kind of look at that. Also, kind of look at that with your own skills, right? Do you focus on one thing, or are you diversified a little bit? So that's kind of my minute to kind of explain my experience. Thank you.